In Squid Game, losing a game usually leads to elimination, but some players were just incredibly unlucky. In this video, we'll be exploring some of the most unfortunate deaths that could have been avoided with just a little more luck. Let's begin with player 196. She was doing well during red light, green light, until of course a bee decided to land on her. The moment Thanos pointed it out, she panicked, moved, and boom headshot. Just like that, she was eliminated. Think about it, out of 456 players, the bee had to land on her. Talk about bad luck. If it had landed on someone else, she might have survived. Or maybe Thanos was right all along, considering she was dressed like a flower, and bees are attracted to flowers. After her death, Thanos spiraled, getting high off his stash, which led him to push players 16, 257, and 270 into eliminations. These players were just unlucky to be in Thanos' path. Had they been elsewhere, they might have made it through. Ding. Speaking of bad luck, let's talk about Mingle. Players had to act fast and think quickly to form groups of 6, leading to chaos. As everyone rushed to find a group of 6, player 095, also known as Young Mi, was running alongside player 110 and others when she collided with another player and hit the ground with time running out. Player 333 slammed the door shut, taking the last spot in the room. If Young Mi had been running just a little more to her right, she might not have tripped, and she'd still be alive. But then, player 333 would have been the one eliminated instead, completely changing the trajectory of the season. And let's be real, if that happened, Thanos probably would have survived too. Speaking of Mingle and Thanos, when it came time to form groups of 4, Thanos had a choice. Spartan kick either Mensa or player 256, aka Jiangsu butt high. Out of his mind, he chose to kick Jiangsu and keep Mensa over. Thanos didn't even realize what he had done until it was too late. Proving he wasn't thinking clearly. Jiangsu had a 50-50th chance at survival, and unfortunately for him, luck wasn't on his side. Now, let's rewind to one of the most brutal games of Season 1, the Glass Bridge. Player 121, Deoxys, refused to move forward, frustrating the player behind him. In an attempt to force progress, the player shoved Deoxys, sending him tumbling off the bridge to his death. If Minho hadn't been right behind him, he probably wouldn't have been pushed. But hey, that's the luck of the draw. Player 322 got mega unlucky too. The glass bridge was a nightmare for anyone stuck near an impatient or reckless player. Player 151 pushed player 244 off for taking too long. Later, player 47 pushed player 244 off as well. Honestly, everyone on that bridge except for the final 3 was unlucky. But we can't make this list only about glass bridge deaths. So let's move on. You know who else got unlucky? Literally everyone who pulled the umbrella in Dalgona. Unless you had plot armor like our boy Jian, take player 369, who cracked his umbrella Dalgona and got shot. If he had gotten a different shape, he probably would have survived. But the same goes for all the umbrella players, making them some of the unluckiest contestants in the game. Speaking of Dalgona, let's talk about player 119. From the very start, he made it loud and clear that he did not want to be there.
정말 이런 짓을 하고도 무사할 것 같아? 경찰들이 여기 실종된 사람들 찾으러 금방.
After breaking his umbrella, Dalgona, he snapped, attacking a guard, stealing his gun, and threatening to shoot. But when the guard removed his mask, player 119 was so shocked that he ended himself on the spot. He wasn't the unlucky one here, the guard was. since he revealed his face. The frontman executed him immediately. If that guard hadn't been assigned to watch player 119, he might have survived. And if player 119 hadn't cracked his dalgona in the first place, neither of them would have died. The final unlucky death on this list belongs to Sammy, aka player 3. And this one hurts. Everyone loved Sammy. During Lights Out, the voters launched a brutal attack on the voters, and in the chaos, Namju set his sights on Sammy. Everything was in the works. But even high out of his mind on Thanos' stash, he was ready to go all out to take her down. So what made Sammy unlucky? She wasn't just outmatched, she was failed by Mensa. When Mensa threw a bottle to stop Namju, he missed by the smallest margin. If he had actually hit Namju, Sammy might have had a fighting chance. But since Mensa fumbled the throw, she never got that chance, and it cost her everything. So who was really unlucky here, Sammy, for being targeted at the worst possible moment, or Mensa for completely whiffing his shot? Not only did he fail to save Sammy, but he also lost his chance to be with her. One throw, one miss, and just like that, both their fates were sealed. Do you agree with this list? Were there any other unlucky deaths in Squid Game? And do you think we'll see even more in the upcoming Season 3? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my other videos for more awesome Squid Game content. Thanks for watching. Your support means the world. See you in the next one.